Hi, my loves. Welcome back. Before we get into today's questions, I want to pause for a moment because the energy right now feels loud, layered, and intentionally overwhelming. There's a lot unfolding all at the same time: lawsuits, enforcement actions, messaging campaigns, economic pressure, civil rights rhetoric, and international concerns. And when things stack this tightly, it can get harder to tell what's actually asking for our attention and what's meant to scatter it. And I want to say this gently. If you've been feeling overwhelmed, afraid, heavy, ungrounded, or like your peace has been getting siphoned lately, I posted an energy protection and grounding prayer for our Mystic Shadows community. If you feel called to it, it's there to help you reset, ground, and protect your energy. I'll have it linked in the pinned comment and in the video description so that it's easy to find and come back to whenever you need it. So today's session is a pendulum reading built from a mix of questions around some of the current events that we're watching unfold right now. This isn't about deciding guilt or innocence. It's not about predicting the future, and it's not about pushing fear. It's simply about checking the energy, asking clear yes or no questions, and seeing what patterns Spirit highlights as these situations continue to unfold in real time. As always, this session is for entertainment purposes only. Everything discussed is alleged. Please always trust your intuition. Only take the things that resonate and leave anything that doesn't. And if you ever feel called to go deeper with your own situations, I offer pendulum and tarot readings through my Etsy shop. You'll find the link in the video description and in the pinned comment below. Okay, love, let's begin. Arizona Senator Mark Kelly filed a lawsuit against Pete Hegseth and the Pentagon, claiming that he was punished for speaking out publicly. The issue centers on whether the actions taken against Kelly, including attempts to reduce his military retirement rank and pay, were lawful authority or retaliation for protected speech. In this section, we're not making legal judgments. We're simply checking the energy around the lawsuit, what's driving it, what may come next, and whether the situation reaches beyond just one person. Spirit, will Mark Kelly's lawsuit against Pete Hegseth and the Pentagon be successful? Yes, thank you. Will federal courts rule that actions against Kelly violated his First Amendment rights? Yes, thank you. Were actions taken against Kelly primarily retaliation for his protected speech? Yes, thank you. Will this lawsuit block the Pentagon from downgrading Kelly's retirement rank and cutting his pay? Yes, thank you. Will other retired military members who spoke out face similar retaliation from Hegseth? We're getting a maybe. Is this retaliation against Kelly part of a broader effort to silence criticism of the Trump administration? Yes, thank you. The state of Minnesota, along with the cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, just filed a federal lawsuit against the Trump administration and federal immigration agencies, including ICE and DHS. They're asking the courts to stop a large federal enforcement operation that's been sending thousands of agents into the Twin Cities, an operation that has also been linked to the death of Renee Nicole Good, which has sparked widespread protest and concerns. So tonight we're checking the energy around this lawsuit, whether it's likely to succeed, what it could actually change, and what the ripple effects might be if this challenge gains momentum. Will Minnesota's lawsuit against ICE Operation North Star be successful? We're getting a maybe. Will federal courts rule that ICE violated the Fourth Amendment in Minnesota? Yes, thank you. Will this lawsuit force ICE to end or scale back operations in Minnesota? No, thank you. Will other states file similar lawsuits against ICE operations? Yes, thank you. Is the inclusion of Renee Nicole Good's killing in the lawsuit strategically important for winning the case? Yes, thank you. Will this lawsuit lead to criminal charges against ICE agents who violate civil rights? Yes, thank you. There have been multiple reports showing that millions of dollars were spent on ads and outreach to boost hiring for ICE and related enforcement efforts, with ad placements across major platforms and targeting various audiences. Some of these ads have already stopped running, but questions remain about how it was all funded, what the intent was, and whether this approach influenced public opinion or political support. So, in this next section, we're checking the energy around that spending, the intent behind it, and what it means going forward. We're not making legal judgments, we're just seeing what spirit reveals. Will this ICE media and recruitment spending be found improper or unlawful by oversight bodies? Yes, thank you. Was taxpayer money used in a way intended to shape public opinion rather than simply to inform? Yes, thank you. Will Congress investigate and hold hearings on ICE propaganda spending? Yes, thank you. Will anyone at ICE or DHS face legal consequences for authorizing this propaganda campaign? Yes, thank you. Are the social media influencers who were paid by ICE going to be exposed publicly? Yes, thank you. Will the ICE propaganda scandal change how people view or support mass deportations? No, thank you. Will this scandal lead to some current supporters of ICE and the Trump administration to reevaluate their support? Yes, thank you. Is the $8 million propaganda campaign part of a larger pattern of government manipulation and misinformation? Yes, thank you. All right, my loves. Next, we're shifting into something that's raised a lot of eyebrows across the financial and political world. There's been a move in Congress to subpoena Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve, bringing questions about political pressure, interest rates, and whether the Fed's independence is being tested right now. Some see this as accountability, others see it as interference. So, in this section, we're not jumping to conclusions. We're simply checking the energy around the subpoena, what it's really about, and whether this moment has bigger implications for the economy and the balance of power. Will Jerome Powell comply with the congressional subpoena to testify? Yes, thank you. Is the subpoena primarily an attempt to pressure or influence the Federal Reserve? Yes, thank you. Will there be a serious attempt to remove Powell from his role? Yes, thank you. Will the Federal Reserve maintain its independence despite political pressure from Trump and Congress? Yes, thank you. Could this pressure on the Fed contribute to significant market and economic instability? Yes, thank you. If Powell refuses to comply with the subpoena, will it lead to a constitutional showdown? No, thank you. Are Republicans using the subpoena to intimidate Powell into lowering interest rates for political reasons? Yes, thank you. All right, loves, this next section is heavy, but it's important. Recently, Trump made statements suggesting that civil rights laws harmed white Americans, and those remarks sparked immediate backlash, concern, and a formal response from members of Congress. For a lot of people, this raised questions about intent, ideology, and what those words could signal moving forward. So, in this section, we're not labeling or assuming. We're checking the energy behind the statements, what they're meant to do, and whether they point to real policy shifts or broader consequences. Does Trump genuinely believe the Civil Rights Act harmed white Americans? Yes, thank you. Are Trump's remarks aligned with extremist or supremacist ideological narratives? Yes, thank you. Will Trump attempt to weaken or repeal parts of the Civil Rights Act? Yes, thank you. Will Trump's comments embolden extremist groups? Yes, thank you. Will the House resolution condemning Trump's remark lead to any meaningful accountability? No, thank you. Will Trump's civil rights comments cost Republicans support in the 2026 midterm elections? Yes, thank you. Is Trump using reverse discrimination rhetoric to justify rolling back civil rights protections? Yes, thank you. Will Trump's Justice Department stop enforcing civil rights laws and protections? We're getting a maybe. The next topic might sound surprising at first, but it's been gaining quiet traction. There have been public calls and international concerns raised about whether the United States is safe to host the 2026 World Cup, especially in light of political tension, immigration enforcement, and how international visitors could be treated. Nothing has been decided, but the conversation itself is telling. So I want to check the energy around these concerns, whether they have real weight, and how seriously they may be taken behind the scenes. Spirit, based on the current energy, will FIFA actually move the 2026 World Cup out of the United States? Yes, thank you. Are the safety concerns about holding the World Cup in the US legitimate and justified? Yes, thank you. Will corporate sponsors pull funding if FIFA keeps the World Cup in the United States? We're getting a maybe. Would moving the World Cup be a massive international embarrassment for the United States? Yes, thank you. Will international players and teams refuse to participate if the Cup stays in the US? Yes, thank you. Are there heightened safety or civil rights concerns for international visitors in the US right now? Yes, thank you. Will the calls to move the World Cup gain enough momentum to force FIFA's hand? Yes, thank you. Is there a heightened risk of security incidents connected to political instability or enforcement actions? Yes, thank you. All right, my loves, this last section ties everything together. We've looked at lawsuits, subpoenas, messaging campaigns, civil rights rhetoric, and even international pressure. And when you step back, a bigger question starts to form, not about one person or one policy, but about the direction the country is being pulled in. So now we're going to check the larger pattern, the spiritual meaning behind these overlapping events, and what Spirit wants us to understand about where this moment is leading. Let's take a breath and ask the bigger questions. Do these overlapping events reflect a broader pattern of democratic weakening or institutional stress? Yes, thank you. Is the U.S. approaching a constitutional crisis that will fundamentally change the country? Yes, thank you. Is this constitutional crisis that will fundamentally change the country going to be a civil war? Yes, thank you. Based on the current energy, is a civil war going to happen in 2026? Yes, thank you. Will any of these legal challenges or international pressure successfully stop Trump's authoritarian agenda? No, thank you. Okay, my loves, we're going to leave it here for today. This session was not about rushing to conclusions or trying to pin down outcomes. It was simply a moment to pause, check the energy, and stay aware of the patterns unfolding around us without getting pulled into reaction or overwhelm. If something stood out to you, or if this session connected with something that you've already been sensing, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I love reading what you have to say. And if you have any questions that you would like me to check on in a future session, leave those in the comments too. Just a reminder, as always, everything shared is for spiritual insight and entertainment purposes only. Everything discussed is alleged. Please always trust your intuition. Only take what resonates and leave anything that doesn't. If you ever feel called to go deeper into your own questions, I offer pendulum and tarot readings through my Etsy shop. You'll find the link in the video description and in the pinned comment below. Love, remember, no matter what's unfolding around us, staying calm, observant, and anchored in your own discernment is a form of protection. And you're doing that just by simply being here and paying attention. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll meet you in the comments.